Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Swag Dinosaur Games. And we're going to be playing another game of Marvel Champions today. Today, we got Doctor Strange going up against the Red Skull. Red Skull tends to be one of the harder villains in the game. But Doctor Strange tends to be one of the stronger heroes in the game, so hopefully we balance out a bit. So just to go over what we're doing with Red Skull. So apparently I have a death wish. I'm going to be running the Legions of Hydra. Burning the Legions of Hydra with Red Skull. So we're going to get two of these really nasty side schemes in his side scheme deck. So we're basically almost guaranteed to see Madam Hydra come into play. And we're just running Hydra Assault as well, the other recommended set. So let's do some villain setup. Give the deck a quick shuffle. Now let's look at Red Skull's main scheme. The Rise of Red Skull. Put the Red House into play. This side scheme. He cannot take damage until this side scheme is removed. He's going to come in with 3 threat. Just get spin into play. And shuffle every other side scheme into the side scheme deck. Set next to the encounter deck, which we have right here. And we're gonna set the sleeper aside, just one of the minions. So we got all the main scheme set up out of the way, so then we could advance. Red Skull plans to conquer the world with the power of the Reality Stone. He uses his strategic genius to keep you busy while he works towards his goal. Every turn he's gonna throw out another side scheme at us for free. Here's that. And then Red Skull has a setup on his thing as well, on his hero. When revealed, deal each player an encounter card. We got a new setup as well, so we have enough space to show the decks on screen. Just give it one more shuffle. And we'll deal ourselves an encounter card. Deck right here. And we'll shuffle our side scheme deck as well. Hopefully we won't see Legions of Hydra turn 1. Now to take a look at our deck, we're running Leadership. The goal of this deck, we're going to try to use our allies to get Doctor Strange strong. I call this deck the Strange Supreme deck, you know, the Marvel What If video. In the episode, Doctor Strange, he steals a bunch of energy from all the minions he summons. And we're going to try to replicate the same idea by using Earth's Mightiest Heroes. We're going to play our allies, and we're going to just use them to empower Doctor Strange again to cast more spells. More of his invocation spells. And we got Leadership to help him do that. We also have Strength in Numbers for that same idea, using allies to empower Doctor Strange. Pretty standard Avengers Leadership. And give our deck a quick shuffle. If we want to put this here. And of course we got our invocation deck as well. All of Doctor Strange's spells. Quick Shuffle. And we will start the game with 7 Rings of Ragador. Set it up here. Alright. Leave us all the setup for Doctor Strange. This will stay here. And yeah, let's draw our starting hand. Start with 6 cards. Power of Leadership, Astral Projections. Mariah Hill's a cool ally to play. I have Agamotto, definitely want to keep that. We could keep this as well for the threat removal, probably get rid of that. Or I think Mariah Hill, and we'll find some other way to get rid of the threat out of basic activation or something else. I think there are other cards we want more than the 1 extra threat. So we'll mulligan 3 cards away, and we'll grab 3 more cards. Protective board magic, make the call. Alright. So this is our starting hand. And now let's start the game. On our turn, we will use the alter ego action to discard the top card of the deck, discarding the 7 rings, and instead, instead of the rings, we're gonna get the Winds of Watum, which is probably one of my favorite spells to play for him. So then we will flip up. We'll flip up, then we will use Doctor Strange ability, exhaust him and pay the cost of the spell, which is just 0, and then resolve its ability. We're gonna draw 3 cards and place it in the discard. Draw 3 cards. There's 3 cards. There's a Cloak of Levitation and Wong, both very cool cards we definitely want to play. And we get a new invocation, Vapors of Voltor. We can start by playing Mariah Hill, using the Power of Leadership. Once she enters play, each player draws 1 card. And then too many good things to play. We can start with the Eye of Agamotto, using these 2. And then we'll use the Eye and Earth Mighty's Heroes to pay for Cloak of Levitation. That could exhaust already Doctor Strange. We're 1 away from playing Wong. And we could ready Doctor Strange. Then we will have Mariah, Sword for 1, or Sword for 2, I mean. Takes the consequential damage. And we'll have Strange, Sword for 1 to finish that into the discard pile. And we'll play the Triskelion using Make the Call. Just increase my ally limit by 1. Just down here. And we'll hold on to Wong in our hand and we'll end our turn. So ready all of our cards. and we'll draw up to our hand size of 5. 4 more cards. Strength and Genius, Magic Blast, Make the Call. Definitely play Wong. We could also bring Mariah back with Make the Call. Then she'll be able to draw some cards for us. Draw more cards. It's real not getting both the Cloak and the Eye and having Wong in hand already. This is the dream of every Doctor Strange player. Got really lucky with our opening hand. But now we're going to do the villain phase. Red Skull, you're going to place 1 threat on the main scheme. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, you're going to get a side scheme. The side scheme is going to be censored or passed. Thankfully, it's one of the nice ones. Comes with 3 threat, and each player chooses up to 3 cards in their discard pile, shelf them back into their deck once we clear it. Now, Red Skull is going to activate. He attacks for 1, plus 1 for each side scheme. He's attacking for 2. Plus a boost, we'll have Mariah defend. He's going to attack for 2. If this card resolves it during an undefended attack, which it's defended, so Mariah takes the hit for us. Then we get 2 encounter cards to deal with. Let's see if our luck can continue. Let's see if we could. It feels kind of cluttered up here. That should be fine. Got 2 encounter cards to deal with. Bitter Rival. Exhaust the character you control for each side scheme in play. Just exhaust Doctor Strange. And last one. Advance the villain schemes. Rest is going to scheme for 3 plus a boost. Schemes for 3, 4, 5, 6. Brings them up to 7 out of 8. Alright. We got some stuff to do for our turn. No worries though. I think we'll start with Make the Call and the double resource to bring Mariah back into play. After she enters play, each player draws a card. So we could draw a card. Drawing into another Magic Blast. We will play Wong using the Eye and the Genius. Got both these allies here. We will exhaust the Cloak to ready Doctor Strange. We will exhaust Wong to discard the top card of the invocation deck. Drawing into the Crimson Bands. Pretty cool. And we can we'll have Mariah thwart for 2 off the main. She takes 1 damage. And we're going to exhaust Doctor Strange and spend 2 resources to play the Crimson Bands. Stun an enemy and deal 7 damage to it. And this is going to be our images of Icon. So we're going to stun Doctor Strange. We're going to deal 7 damage to him, which brings him down to 9. Nice. I believe that's it. No more cards in our hand. So we'll ready each of our cards. And we'll drop to our hand size of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mystical Studies, Wonder Man. There's a strength in numbers. Might just end up playing this and then go from there. I can't believe we already got the cape out. That's gonna make everything so much easier. Anyways, Red Skull will do his thing. He's gonna place the threat on the main scheme. Can reveal another side scheme. The Sleeper, Awaken, kind of a sad one. Sad one for us. The Sleeper is gonna come into play. Engage with me. He comes in with Guard, Retaliate 1, and Toughness. He has 5 health per player, attacks for 3. This doesn't have any threat. It's going to go away once we defeat this minion. The Red Skull would attack for 3 plus a boost, but he is stunned. The Sleeper attacks for 3 we'll just take it. Down to 7. And we get an encounter card. Spreading Lies. When revealed, place 2 threat on each scheme in play. I think we lose a main off of that. Place 2 here. Place 2 here. The threat here doesn't matter. And then, yeah, this would go up to 8, so we lose this, unfortunately. Let's see. Advance to the next main scheme, New World Hydra. Reveal the top card of the side scheme deck and put it into play. Just come to a 1 threat. 2 again. We have the Legions of Hydra coming in. When revealed, if Madam Hydra is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for her and put her into play engage with you. Let's go look for her. Man, this was a unfortunate turn. It's got a lot of stuff to deal with. Looking for Madame Hydra. There she is. Shuffle. Alright. And she cannot take damage while her side scheme is in play. And place 2 additional threat here for each Hydra enemy. We have 1, 2, 3. Gonna come with 9 threat, I believe. Just gonna give us extra encounter cards throughout the rest of the game as well. Very unfortunate turn. This Spreading Lies really ended up hurting us quite a bit. Anyway, we'll do our turn. I think we'll want to flip down. So play the Wonder Man using I. So we'll play the Wonder Man using I and ready for action. I'm gonna play. Then we'll play Strength in Numbers. Exhaust any number of allies you control. Draw 1 card for each ally exhausted this way. We'll exhaust 3 allies to draw 3 cards. Avengers Mansion, Black Knight, and another Strength in Numbers. Probably not going to be able to play this. We'll try to hold on to Strength in Numbers for next turn though. We'll use Doctor Strange's action in the Black Knight as a resource to play Images of Icon, confuse a villain, and remove 4 threats from his scheme. So we're gonna work on this one. It's gonna go down to 5. We're gonna shuffle our deck. Get a new invocation. The Crimson Bands, that's low-key the one I was hoping for. Could use that to kill Madam Hydra. So we'll ready Doctor Strange using the cloak. Then we'll spend Sanctum and Avengers Mansion, exhausting Doctor Strange, to use Crimson Bands. It's going to deal 7 damage on Madam Hydra. That'll knock her out. And from it, we'll take advantage of the confuse. We'll flip down. Let's see what we got here. Windsorwood Tomb, we'll definitely keep that up. And knowing that we have Windsorwood Tomb in play, we're going to use Mystical Studies while we're down here. Search your deck and discard pile for a Doctor Strange card to add to your hand. I think one I want to add is going to be Master of the Mystic Arts. Knowing that we'll have Windsorwood Tomb for next turn. Nice. And we'll hold on to Master of the Mystic Arts to end our turn. We'll ready each of our cards. And we'll draw up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Avenger Mansion, Make the Call, Hawkeye, Protective War, Team Training. Nice. All the cards are ready. We got a bunch of side schemes to deal with. And we're just gonna get another one right now. A little unfortunate. Yeah, he's gonna do his turn. Place a threat in the main scheme and look at the next side scheme. Another lead is a Hydra. That's the one I was least looking forward to, unfortunately. So Madam Hydra comes back into play. You're gonna get 2 threats for each Hydra enemy. This scheme's gonna come in with 9. And we're gonna have two extra encounter cards this turn. Which is unfortunate. I did this to myself. I can't even complain. The recommended modular encounter set is Hydra Patrol, which is worlds easier than the Legions of Hydra. But yeah, Red's go with Scheme, but he is confused. And the sleeper schemes for 1, and Madam schemes for 2. So 5. And after she schemes or attacks, place 2 threats on the Legions of Hydra side scheme. I believe we could choose which one we put it on. We'll put it on this one. Hopefully we'll be able to get rid of the weaker one soon. It's up to 11. Now we're gonna get 3 encounter cards because the Legions of Hydras. Alright, I think I missed this acceleration icon a few times. 1 for this turn and 1 for last turn. Yeah, let's see what we got. Alter Ego form, this card gains Surge. Let's see. Gonna get his Luger. +1 to all of his stats, and his attack gain Piercing and Ranged. Probably just let that sit there for now. Hydra Exo Soldier. It's a minion, comes in with Tough. Master Plan, place 4 threat on each side scheme. That's probably the last card we wanted to see right now. So that goes up to 9. This goes up to 6. This goes up to 9. Place 4 here. This goes up to 15, I believe. This is just kind of unlucky with these encounter cards. To think I got such a cool start, such a strong start, but I guess not. Anyways, we do have our turn now. We can start by flipping up. We're gonna have to try to control this a bit. You could use the eye to pay for Master of the Mystic Arts. Wins it with 2. We'll have to draw 3 cards. 2. Another Master of the Mystic Arts. I'm thinking alright, I'm thinking we will just pay for Windsor with Tomb normally. Draw 3 cards. Even though we have another Master of the Mystic Arts. How many cards? Draw 1 more. Squirrel Girl is actually kind of cool right now. There's some threat removal. So we'll have Mariah. So I don't even know which scheme to throw it off of. There's too much stuff going on right now, kind of in a pickle. We'll have her thwart for 2 for this scheme. That'll knock her out. It's kind of, we could probably play Queen Carrier using, I'll play for Queen Carrier using these 3 resources. And then we'll exhaust the Queen Carrier. Exhaust the Queen Carrier. And we'll use Hawkeye and the Queen Carrier to, man, I don't even know what to do. There's so much stuff to take care of right now. We still have a Queen Carrier, a floating resource. I'm thinking we go like this. Queen Carrier to pay for Master of the Mystic Arts, and this resource to pay for images. Gonna confuse and remove 4 threats from a scheme. Remove it from this one, I guess. And then we can ready Doctor Strange using the cloak. Then we will pay for images again using Protective Ward. Remove 4 threats from this scheme. Confuse the villain because he's already confused. We got one of those out of the way. Then we can exhaust this. Got this one. The vapors. Yeah. I think we actually will want to use vapors. So we could, it's actually kind of worked out pretty well. We'll use Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Exhaust an Avenger character you control. We'll exhaust Wonder Man to ready Doctor Strange. So we did get to do the main thing that we wanted this deck to do. Then we'll exhaust him to actually use Vapors of Voltor. Get to change the status effect with another one. I'm thinking we just have to turn this confuse into a stun. You know, I'd love to stun some of these guys, but oh yeah, I think the play is to turn this confuse into a stun. Alright, because we're gonna play Squirrel Girl as well. I'll get rid of all this stuff. So we'll turn the confuse into a stun. This will be our Rings of Ragador. Then we'll play Squirrel Girl using these 2 resources. Kind of sucks to lose Sorcerer Supreme, but I think this is what we have to do. Try to control the board. When Squirrel Girl enters play, deal 1 damage to each enemy. Tough. Madam takes 1. And this guy takes 1. Can't believe how many cards we had in our hand that turn. That was a cool turn. Still got a bunch of stuff to deal with, but we have. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. The only problem is that these guys alone deal 7 damage. It's enough to take me out. So I think we will exhaust Wong to if you ever have him attack her or heal us for 1. I think we'll have him, or get rid of that. Because he has piercing right now, so tough is not going to be too pleasant. We'll just exhaust him to deal 2 damage. Have him attack. There's a consequential. We'll have Squirrel Girl attack or thwart. We'll have her attack as well. And Let's see if we can clean this up a bit. After that, we'll end our turn. Ready all of our cards. And we'll draw 5. I think we empty our deck too, so yet another encounter card. There's another Strength in Numbers. Earth Mighty's Heroes, ready for action. Hawkeye, energy, interesting. Alright. So, yeah, let's, hopefully we won't die here. He's gonna place a threat on the main scheme. And he's gonna get another side scheme. Shouldn't be anything too bad now. Mass Chaos. This says, when revealed, each player discards the top 5 cards of their deck and place 1 threat here for each different resource icon. Well, I didn't shuffle my deck yet. So discarding 5 cards and hope we don't lose anything too good. I think Doctor Strange has the power to stabilize from here. There's a lot of threat to remove, a lot of minions to kill, but I think the Doctor's got this. All right, discarding 5 cards. 1. All right, and we discarded 1 of each actually, so we're gonna come in with 4 threat. Now he's gonna attack for 5 plus a boost, but he is stunned, thankfully. We'll have Hydra Soldier attacks, then Madam attacks. Place a 2 threat on Legions of Hydra. The Sleeper will attack, but we'll have Wonder Man defend for us. So he takes the 3 damage. It's knocked out. And we get 2 more encounter cards. Still dealing with 3 encounter cards, unfortunately. Another Exo Soldier. 1 of these has tough. Hydra Jet Trooper with Quick Strike. Come in and smack me for 2. Unfortunately. And Infinite Power. Okay. In hero form, Red Skull gets a tough status card and he attacks us. Gonna give him tough. Made these extra activations there. He's gonna attack for 5 plus a boost. We'll have Squirrel Girl defend. Attacks for 5. Just 5. Squirrel Girl gets, he doesn't have overkill, just piercing in range. There's that. Here's my hand, and I think that brings us to our turn now. Man, I have no idea how we're supposed to deal with this. And I think we won. I think we just have to. Actually, let's see what we can do. We can. Seven rings is tough because tough would be nice, but we have 5 minis in play. Preventing 1 of the instances of damage isn't going to help too much. This will exhaust Wong to get a different one, get a different spell. Get winds. We'll use the winds to draw 3 more cards. And we get Crimson Bands. We'll play Hawkeye using energy. I guess we'll use these 2 resources to play Hawkeye. Man, it's not a good situation. We can ready Doctor Strange. We need to heal too. We're so low. We're so low in health. I guess we'll have Hawkeye attack Madam Hydra. I'll take her out. Two extra soldiers. Man. I want to kill the sleeper, but he has retaliate. Kill this guy probably. Alright. We have basically all the side teams are out right now. There's one of them has 17 threat on it. The main team's about to run out. We're sitting at 1 health. I don't see how we survive this.